Today, we're going to be talking about smooth transitions. And the key to smooth transitions is simple, yet powerful. Explicitly teach the routine, practice it with your students, praise their efforts, and practice again. And keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Young kids thrive in repetition and clear expectations. When they know exactly what to do and get plenty of practice, transitions stop becoming stressful and start running smoothly. Is this you right now? Your reading groups are supposed to be rotating, but two teams are still playing the game. One student's drawing a picture, another singing a song, and only half your class is standing behind their chairs ready to rotate. If this chaotic scene sounds all too familiar, don't worry. I got the secret to calm, organized transitions, and it all comes down to 4 words: teach, practice, praise, practice. Let me show you how. One of the biggest reasons students get off task during transitions is because they haven't been taught clear expectations, or they simply can't remember them. An anchor chart makes expectations clear and visible, eliminating confusion. For example, here's how I teach my students to rotate in between reading groups. I model each step first. Like, I get up and I hit the music and I show myself cleaning up, show myself standing behind my chair and waiting for the teacher to give me the cue to rotate. Then we practice together. To make it even easier, I keep the anchor chart in the exact same spot in our classroom so that it's a reference tool where students know that they can look if they forget the next steps. I always like to say that I want them to use their brain, not my brain. So they shouldn't be relying on me to tell them what to do next. They should be using their brain to at least know where to look. Because our goal as teachers should be giving more responsibility back to the students. After we taught, word number 2 was to practice. It's not enough to tell them what to do and put it up on the anchor chart. We have to instill it like a routine. Think about when you first were driving a car and all the steps you had to remember every single time that you got in the car. And then it was even a big deal to probably turn on the blinker and remember all the steps to change lanes. And now you do it without even thinking about it. That's the beauty of a routine. I love to schedule practice sessions. Personally, I like to do it right after recess when they have high energy, but we're not in a rush. We go through the routine just like it's the real thing. I give them a couple of minutes at the center, I play the cue, and we go through the steps. We reinforce every step using the anchor chart. And remember that practice is not about perfection. It's about building that muscle memory so that students can do it automatically without needing any reminders from you. Then when we get to reading rotations and we start doing it for real, I like to give time in to pause and say, okay, what did we do well? What do we still need to work on? And just give them that little bit of feedback. The difference can be night and day. If you're finding that your students are having trouble keeping pace of how long they're supposed to be at a station or how long they're supposed to be doing the task, I've found that visual timers can be a game changer for that. Sometimes students really just don't get the difference between 12 minutes and 2, which leaves you with some students moving very slowly, some students deciding to not start because they think they don't have enough time, or others rush and forget steps completely. A visual timer helps keep my whole class on pace without me having to constantly remind them, 5 minutes left. This simple, repetitive visuals keep students focused without them being too distracted. And because the countdown is visible, it creates a natural sense of urgency without the stress. All right, now that we've practiced and students have a good grasp on time, it's time for praise. Positive reinforcement makes a huge difference. When people hear what they're doing well, they feel motivated. They feel successful, and that keeps them motivated to continue to improve and keep trying. Instead of a good roll, okay, got a general, good job, guys. Instead, I say something like, I love how you all stood behind your chairs so quietly. This reinforces exactly what I see and what I want them to be doing. And if it's still not going well, Or after a long break, sometimes we'll bring out that last P word and we will need to practice again. Just remember that it's okay if students forget or they need to practice again. It just means that it's not a part of their muscle memory yet. I'm really excited for you guys to try this in your classrooms, and please let me know how it works. Drop a comment below and tell me what made the biggest difference to your students in your classroom. And if you're wondering how to make an effective anchor chart that works well in your classroom for transitions, you're gonna wanna watch this video right here. See you guys next time.